Welcome, one and all, to the return
Von Draken.
of Elspeth von Draken. Picking up just on the other side of the end turn from last episode here. Unfortunately for them, the Border Princes did decide to declare war on Averland, sorry, not Averheim. And I was noticing they will actually accept a confederation here. So, I'm kind of torn between letting them build up their province more so that I can just get a higher level province, or if I actually want to just take it now, or take the confederation now. Vlad will also likely be an issue if I were to confederate that. Is he at war with them? No. Okay, so yes. So it's actually best to remain with them separate and individual as the elector count, so that Vlad will run away from this army and he will be stuck fighting Sterling. Whereas if I confederate, he'll jump into that settlement. This, I believe I'm still in my territory right there. I'm on my side of the line. Region is no. That is not good. I will take that replenishment. Yeah, see, now I'm in their territory, okay. That sucks. Well, I mean, actually, I have military access. Okay, see, I'm only at war with the Border Princes because they declared war against my defensive ally.
To the provinces?
Having that army dead,
for the best. This will bolster the nation.
I don't think he's gonna have another force
Yes.
coming out from the pass. If I can get up here and take out Vlad, then I will take the Confederation next turn.
I will marshal the bed.
Recruitment rank for artillery, that'll be nice once we get those units in here.
Amethyst
Elspeth.
Magistrix.
There's the other army.
Amethyst Mage.
These are both in force march, so they cannot run away.
Bring them death. We gain nothing by holding them.
Hey, we got Carmine.
For Verena and
Should
Rome.
I try to set up an ambush to attack that army? They're not at war. This is just going to be an annoying thing for me.
Amethyst Guardian. Death shall come without warning.
You know what, I'm just going to chill over here. Hopes that I keep the ambush, and, you know, if you want to attack that settlement, go for it. We are just going to have to wait and see what he does. Get some replenishment, I think.
I must study this.
Okay, now. Ooh, what settlements do we upgrade? I think we're gonna have to go here, right? It says a tier 2 that we already have. This will I be able to get this landmark? Yes. Okay, worsened relations with Marienburg. Enables fast travel to Tabaro. Oh. Huh. That's interesting. I am Vicenland, so I'm not worried about diplomatic penalties with myself. Don't worry, I forgive myself. Yeah, Marienburg will like us a little bit less, though. Okay. Looks like Marienburg is dead. Alright, I guess we'll go with that then. As for the moot, it's too close to vampires to safely be upgraded. Here, we could do this and get our top tier infantry. Sounds like a good idea. I'm going to do that. And 900. I need... Oh my goodness. I just need a little pocket. Pocket full of gold. Who wants to give me a pocket full?
And what can the Dowie do for you on this fine day?
I mean, that would be enough money, but, just... Alright, so it's between those two. So let's say... Yep, that works. Thank you very much. Alrighty, now, what was I looking at? This building over here. More money! Alright. Always have to increase my economy whenever I have the chance. And we're gonna just end that turn. See what Peter Steinhoff does. He and Vlad are my next two competitors before we can push on. Really advance into their territory. If it wasn't for these armies behind me, I think I would have taken Drakenhof like 3 turns ago.
I have no reason to welcome.
No, Vlad. I don't know. If I have enough movement range that I'm confident I can run him down, I will. Otherwise, I'm just going to trap him so that he can't run next turn. So I don't want to keep going back and forth with this guy. That army detected my ambush. That's why I was discovered.
For the wisdom of Valea.
You're a war with someone up there. Foundry has been completed. And an imminent rebellion, oh dear. In Schwarzhofen. That is totally understandable. You hit him, yes, with 64% movement range left. That should be enough to run him down. I say. Oh, 15, thank you. I am now trespassing. But,
I protect the Empire.
I
Either
think
side of the blade.
I can make them forgive me.
Our faith reinvigorated.
Yeah, they're not even that mad about it.
As a spectre, yes.
I was gonna say, I think that I can get a military access with them, but they're not actually that bothered. You know, it's affecting relations, but yeah, they're not concerned about it. Did you
The Empire stands
deal with
on the
Vlad?
bodies of the dead.
Praise Sigma.
I'm concerned now there's a vampire in ambush somewhere around me.
Gardens swell
This is
with
working
fresh
out very
dead.
well, though, that he's upgrading these settlements just non-stop.
It is
Still
good
willing to
see,
confederate.
fellows.
After the capital finishes, though, it will increase his ranking, and he probably won't
The
feel like it
Empire.
anymore. You know what? I want to get cavalry in one of these armies. I like Empire cavalry. I actually like cavalry in general. It's just we got quite a bit of selection here for the Empire, so
By
may as well
Sigma's right.
go with all of it.
The Empire.
Got enough archers there? Alright. Ooh, we'll do these two.
Von Draken.
A gains short-range explosive damage. Okay, basic ammunition gains increased AP and range. Very nice. Let's take a look at that modifier again. So lowers range by 59. Okay. Well, that's upsetting. But the range does go up substantially. So I'm happy with that. It also gives me these two piercing shots and blazing shots, so we can swap between the two forms of ammunition there. That'll be good. Give ourselves some extra leadership while fighting the undead. Gonna be a rebellion there next turn. We'll deal with that, I guess, with Elspeth.
The Empire stands on
And
the
state
bodies
troops,
of the dead.
I don't have enough because they're expensive. should I pop artillery, right? Yeah. I have a feeling artillery is going to be
We
a
are
bit
proud in the
important in this
empire
campaign.
of our innovation.
And I need to make 2 more upgrades. Okay. Next one for the mortar will give them stock. Oh, and snipe. That's
Wissenland's true power
that's
made
fantastic.
manifest.
You okay? Okay, yeah, removed. That's good. So then now they will be able to run. Honestly, just so that they can be repositioned sooner or easier, I think I will get this. It's either that or the cannon. I do have a cannon in my army. I think it's in Elspeth's, right?
Dark Lady
Yes, I do.
of Nome.
I do have a cannon there. Yeah, I guess we'll upgrade the item I do have rather than the one I don't. Makes more sense. And with that, we complete that final tier, or the final level of tier 2. So now we're on to tier 3. We must kill 1,000 enemies with amethyst units specifically. We have to maintain 3 of them in our armies. And we need to use the bombardment ability over here. Buna bombardment. So we will be able to recruit these after gaining quite a bit more. That's very expensive. This is rather pricey as well. It's alright though. I mean, as long as we're shooting units, we'll be getting the gear for it. Well, that's lovely. Got some money as well for completing those tiers. That's fantastic. That's not the button I meant to click. Let's go over here. Don't need to upgrade the fort. My main province. Okay. Increased trade benefits and upkeep for swordsmen, great swords, knights. That's beautiful. Definitely going to be necessary. Increase that economy. Yes, please. And I think that's going to be where we leave it because we don't have enough money to do much else. Alright, deal with the rebellion once they pop up out of there. Is it going to be... Yes, it is undead. Oh my goodness. Sterling. Okay, that's impressive. I'm not too concerned about that. There's Vlad. I was right. He was hiding behind me. Still. So, Sterling, would you mind dealing with that, please? Talabecland, one of you guys, do something, if you mind. Although he's actually... Could probably jump into him right after the rebellion.
Wissenland can wait. Our meeting cannot.
You know, how about a counteroffer? Yeah, you're not willing to... Why are you at war with the dwarves? Why have you done that? And the reason I know you're the one that did it is because you and I have a defensive alliance. If they declared war on you, it would have brought me into it. That stupidity is all you're choosing. And now you're asking for military access. Oh look, it's the border princes. Hey look, another army. Oh, that's the rebellion actually. I thought that was another vampire count army. I'm just going to leave that rebellion there because nobody else will attack the rebellion, pretty much. So, yes, you realized your mistake. Okay, good job. Settlement looted, settlement lost. Yep. Moot was looted, Schwarzhofen was lost. Why are you this stupid, dude? I mean, at least I get an army out of it this way. One more turn and I could have gotten tier 3 Aberheim. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna let this... What is that army? If I had a single spellcaster, I would feel confident enough to let that attack. However, you've made your last mistake. Bend the knee. Alright then.
What does the Emperor bid?
I bid you to take your leave, sir. There we are. Growth, construction rate. Yeah, unfortunately, did lose out on both of those upgrades. However, it is just not worth having
The Empire.
a stupid ally, because sometimes, you know, it's more detrimental to have a foolish friend than it is to have a competent enemy. It's true. I can get cavalry from there. Can I get cavalry in this province? Knights of More.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, I can. Who are you? Knights of the Black Rose. Okay. Turns out the vanilla Knights of the Black Rose are better. This is made off of an Empire Knight mod, so... or modification, I should say. This is obviously a mod, but these guys were added after the mod was created. Elspeth was added. Her faction was created, like, fleshed out, I suppose I should say. Her faction was fleshed out after the mod, so these guys have been around longer. That's why they're a little bit worse. However, they do have some nice abilities. What is this? Ooh, negative leadership? That's good, actually. If the Lord hasn't been killed, they actually gain Unbreakable, and okay, so that's great. So they are actually better for fighting out, more likely to hold out till the end anyway. Even though these guys have a higher base leadership, these will likely hold in the fight longer. I'm gonna get some Knights of More though, just because. Actually, no, this is your army. I thought this was Elspeth's. For your army, my Grand Marshal. I mean, we'll do that. We'll get those Empire Knights of the Black Rose.
I will marshal the
And
men.
you, with this sad excuse of an army, are gonna come over here and pepper this man full of arrows in case I need you to. You should be
You come bearing arms.
going away
Is it
from
war?
me. Leave me alone now, thank you. Go fight Ironclaw. Yeah. Alright.
Rider of the Dragon
You-
in
yeah.
Carmine.
You cannot reach him. That sucks.
Praise Sigma. Yes, a sound plan.
Could force march into the settlement.
This will bolster
This
the
aren't,
nation.
well, you know what?
By Sigma's right. To strengthen
I'm really not concerned about it. Marius Lightdorf here, this is a mod to give him an actual character. Marius Lightdorf is in fact the Elector Count of Averheim, of Averland. And so he will be able to come back even if I do what I'm thinking about doing and get him killed. Even if he dies in combat, he will still be able to come back. He's technically a legendary lord.
Yes, my lord.
I think I won't sacrifice him though. Just because I feel like being merciful. In the meantime, let's get... Let's see, you have that settlement. You... Oh, you do not have a knightly order here. Okay. Wissenberg, does not either, actually. So the knightly order, just to show off what I'm trying to talk about, here it is, the knightly orders. There we are. Knights of the Broken Sword. So that's also how you can get the mod units, how they're specific to each elector count. Like I was saying in the first video I spoke about them, they're not in every settlement. It is specific to the region where the knights are supposed to exist in lore. So it is just a nice little mod to help flesh out the world, make it feel more alive. Hunters of Sigmar. Not great stats, honestly. I mean, being well, actually, you're anti-infantry as well. I was gonna say, for being anti-large, those stats are kind of normal, though. Anti-large, like halberd infantry units, tend to have poorer stats for holding off infantry. It's also weird, though, because this is a sword unit, and they have anti-large. I'm gonna stop thinking about it. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm sure that they'll be useful and fun to play with, but right now, just we are the. Anyway, we're gonna go with one of these: a Temple of Sigmar or a Temple of Tal. That is my question, and I think my answer will be Tal. Do get more of the units over here. Knights of the Fiery Heart. Knights Griffin, Fiery Heart. Griffin Guard. Daughters, Horned Hunters. This is also a Warrior Priest, though, so I think we're gonna go with that one. Let's go with Tal for Vissenland. I'm not too sure which one is supposed to be there given the lore, but I feel like it's alright. I don't think anyone's gonna get too upset. I don't know. Maybe after the channel becomes more well known, more folks who love Warhammer are watching. More folks who know the lore and you know what? Just fill in the words. Grammar is difficult at the moment. Speaking is difficult, not grammar. Grammar is always difficult. Owie.
With my treasures,
Sorry, what do you want?
you will not
Talking
have
to
a
me?
chance to hope again.
Your greatest threat is Moors. That makes me very nervous. Has Queek already taken all of this? I don't know. It's a wood elf. I don't have any interest in colonizing the forest, so I'll stay there. Vlad has just chosen not to move. Okay. You took Eshen. Why couldn't you have gone for Waldenhof? Okay then.
Now, onwards.
Amethyst Mage.
Why do you always run away?
Do not wait for the weak.
Scared cat.
War calls.
Okay. You can come over
To
here.
the provinces.
You can assist
Yes,
in the
a
siege
sound plan.
against the undead there. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get to Drakenhof, honestly, at this point. Talabecklin might take it.
The Empire.
What are you doing?
Lord of the
Consider yourself lucky that we didn't send you to parley with the Dryad.
Silence. You're at war with dwarves in the mountains behind me, and you're in my territory, you fuckhead.
At your service.
I understand you're a wood elf, but can you use the thing between your ears? It's supposed to be a brain. Like, this is your settlement. Your home is here. Dwarves here, here, and here. An army there and there. Those are your enemies, and those are your targets. Why are you over here? And then you want to give me an attitude? You're lucky I don't hate the Wood Elves as much as some of the other players who
Glade Lord.
enjoy this game. Otherwise, you're in the right. Otherwise, you'd be dead. I'm still tempted.
I will marshal the men. What does the Emperor bid? Now?
Just gonna give him a little nudge so that the AI considers that he's moved. Build up my economy more and more.
So?
Get these levels
The
going.
Empire.
Get some corruption reduction, attrition lowering, better control. You're gonna be a great lord for public order and just my faction as a whole. Very good assistant. Yes, I can now upgrade the moot. And let's grab fast travel cost, or... Oh, well, the purchase cost. That could be good. I mean, we haven't purchased any of them yet, but if it's going to be cheaper when I do, that sounds great. Now, I think I am going to ignore Schwarzhofen, or I might take it with Marius. There's no actually way that I can make it over there next turn, or sooner anyway. I was just going to try to get her as close as I can to get Drakenhof, because I am kind of nervous that one of the other elector counts will take it. I can just confederate them, but still, I kind of want to have the satisfaction of taking the settlement, you know? It's still under vampire territory, or vampire control. I'm also eager for Zufbar to be inflicted with some pain, just because I want Tempelhof as well. And I don't think it's going to rebel either. The moot. What do we have here? Tradable resources produced. Ooh, income from all buildings. Okay. Fancy, fancy. Good, the wood elf left.
What? To battle! Who calls?
Settlements cannot be upgraded. Okay.
What? Attack!
Amethyst Magistrix, follow me.
This will bolster them.
I don't believe it's a good thing actually to have all of those archers.
What does the Emperor
Just thinking about it now with Elspeth's like requirements to increase the scrap. I don't think it is going to work or do anything for crossbows or archers, because it's about the gunpowder units. It's about how much damage they deal and how much kills they inflict. So I think these archers are actually going to be a detriment to us, or at least to our schematic growth.
Moore's gardens swell with fresh denizens.
Okay, an elector count's bodyguard. Fancy. Better region, because that's what I like. And that's the only settlement that can be upgraded, and so I will. Alright, here's to hoping I get Drakenhof.
Victory carried on the winds of magic.
I want it, I want it, I want it. Doesn't seem like Stirland is too eager to move up. Talabecland hopefully just went after that one settlement. They might take Waldenhof as well. Do not know. And they have a great public order.
We convene at dusk.
Hey, Bagvar,
just as my
what's up?
power waxes.
Sure thing, I'll be friends with you too, dwarf. I'll be friends with all the dwarves. So long as they leave my territory. Anyway.
Von Draken.
We can make it there. You, Enforce March you can make it. Do I need reinforcements? I do not. Mine.
Will welcome them.
Just gonna straight occupy that.
There may be truths to uncover.
There we go. Got an extra 1,000. Yay, we got Drakenhof. That's their last settlement. Okay. You.
By the comet.
Get out of here.
Yes.
And you, I think, are gonna come up here now. Actually, no.
To battle.
Stay here, because you have control and public order
Yes,
skills, so you're just gonna make this province happier.
Amethyst
I
mage.
think I'll swap over some of her units into his army, and then I'll send her back to Nuln for an upgrade. There we go. And that's good as well.
Wielder of the pale scythe.
Praise Sigmar.
Grab all of these. What is that? Level 10. Okay. Next level, we can start using that. Some isolation power for him.
For the
Draken.
and
Oh, such a good... Really? Settlement? There's no landmark here? There's not. That's shocking. Okay. I thought there would be a legendary landmark here. Get the walls in there.
Von Draken.
You are replenishing. You're doing that. You're doing that. Let's go into Solent here. 2 broke for that. Ah, hitting me where it hurts. Real life problems. Okay.
Yes, my lord.
I mean, I could go over here and grab the Nemesis Crown. But frankly, I don't really want the Nemesis Crown. What kind of diplomacy can I do?
Onward.
You guys got no settlements. You're down to your forest.
One rug.
I kinda do want to be allies with them. Just because they're beating you. And we'll make some
I will listen,
friends
but
with
my time is...
Talabecklin first. Do I want to give Zufbar trade? Let's grab,
There are many strategies
You.
which can lead. My ancestors.
considering you might be dead soon. Make as much money out of you as we can. Military access, Clan England, yes,
Men of the Empire.
totally.
What brings you here?
We're gonna be friends. You're already at war with Ikit. Hopefully that goes your way, because I
What?
don't want him at my border. That seems to be it. I mean, we could get peace with Sylvania. I'm personally not interested in that either. I don't know about you all. I'd like to see them burn. Undead flesh sacks burning in the sun. That was some weird imagery. Anyway. Landmark it is, okay. Yeah, it just is gonna buff my trade and give me straight income. And allow me to teleport down to Tabaro, which is over there. Over here? I think it's over here. It's this one, I believe. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that, because that will give me contact with Scryer. Alright, in that case, we're just going to upgrade the rest of our territories. Averheim, get a capital up there, get more money in there, and that's okay. Yeah. More money and upgrade a capital. Sounds good. You, I think I might bring down here. Draken is definitely going to be the next target, I think. How do you feel about Zufbar? You have a non-aggressive. Okay, yeah, Draken's gonna die.
To the provinces.
You
We march.
can move up that way. That's my vassal, so I don't have to worry about trespassing with him.
It is for the best.
There we are. We'll keep Marius over in this area to help keep public order, everything in control. Send Elspeth and the Grand Marshal Erskstein up through Draken's territory, reclaim Betchhofen. I think, no, that's not Ostermark. Where is, I don't know. I think it starts with an O.
Elspeth von Draken. Awaiting your pleasure.
The elector count that lives over there, or did, I guess. Draken already killed him. You do have trade with myself and the Empire. Why was I not making alliances with you? There was a reason. Forgot what it was. I don't know. I think it was just not to anger the Wood Elves, but that's, I mean, they're in my territory. Normally Derthu is at war with, yeah, Derthu is at war with them. Normally Derthu kills them, so that might be what I was delaying my decision for.
This will bolster the nation. Step to
Gonna
it.
run over here. Does look like Sterling is about to take that.
Amethyst
Can
Mage.
I
Come then. Only Sigma's god. Oh,
just realized? Oh, okay, the Confederation option is actually off the table for everybody because I have one more turn left. Okay. I was about to say, can I not confederate with my vassal? You need to be over here again.
Stick to it.
I want to keep Blackfire Pass secured.
Amethyst Guardian.
I have military access to Talabecland as well. Good. Hey,
A
look,
great
Vlad is back.
task.
My army might, my infantry might be dead. Nope, infantry
The other
survives.
side beckons.
And
Raise
occupied.
our standards here.
Voila.
Wielder of the pale side.
I don't have either of these provinces, because you are not my vassal, and because you are a dwarf.
The axe thirsts for war.
Would you like to be my
It is
vassal?
good to see fellow sons of the Empire this day.
Oh. Friends did kill Festus. Fantastic. In that case, it's just the undead over here. Unfortunately, it looks like Lewin took Marienburg. I definitely did want Marienburg. It's a very, very yummy, profitable settlement.
Hunters!
What?
To untamed lands!
Recruited quite a few of my units. Okay, sure.
For Verena and none.
Can we be friends with you?
Welcome, men of the Empire.
I'm gonna make you sign this agreement because you're not at war with anyone, and I don't want you to declare war at me because you're an angry dwarf. Whoops. There. Alrighty then. That is actually looking like it's going to be our time for this episode. We could get some military access with them. Why does... Yeah, it's just a confederation for the Empire. You, though. Excuse me? Hello? Huh. Well, that's the first time it's crashed in this campaign. Okay then. That's very unfortunate. I do not like that sign. Well, he is at war with Crooked Moon, so we can join that war. And there's the full crash.